Everyone is making videos about the best AI tools to grow your business online. But here's what they would never say. No AI tool on its own will save your business. I know this because I run a digital marketing agency where we've built campaigns that has helped clients hit multiple seven-figure results fast. And after seeing exactly what works over and over and over again, here is the truth. The fastest way to scale your business isn't about finding that one magical tool. It's about building a flywheel, a system where multiple tools work together seamlessly from the moment a lead discovers you to the moment you close the deal. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 8 AI tools we use for our clients and inside our agency to outsmart the competition, to reduce the cost and get results in the fraction of the time. Let's start with the lifeblood of every business: leads. Most businesses don't fail because they have a bad product or a stronger competitor. Most businesses fail because they can't consistently find the right people at a cost that actually makes sense for the business. Just the other day, I was listening to a fellow marketer tell me about a client whose back-end result was exceptional. 80% show rate, 40% close rate, yet the business was bleeding out. Why? The acquisition cost tripled in just 2 months. Same offer, same funnel, same audience. But one algorithm update on Meta changed everything. CPM shot up, lead costs spiked, and suddenly, for you to get good results on Facebook, we need to run 20 to about 100 ads all at once, which leads to a real problem. How do you create that level of volume without burning out, or at the very least spending 40 hours a week just writing copy alone? This brings us to the very first AI tool. You see, to create hundreds of high-performing ad variation, you need to understand your audience better than they understand themselves. You need to know their fears, their frustrations, and what they rant about in private conversations on Reddit and other communities. That's where Perplexity comes in. You see, it pulls real insight, like real conversations on posts or forums like Reddit, social media, you name it. You get unfiltered data about what your audience is actually thinking about. And it doesn't just tell you, it shows you exactly where it pulled that information from. So you can go verify yourself. And once you gather all that data, we move it into ChatGPT, feeding it with the pain points, the objections, the desires, and emotional trigger. All that information we gathered from Perplexity, so as to generate hundreds of different kind of ads, all rooted in psychology and not guesses. This alone can slash your lead costs significantly. But inside our agency, man, we took this to a whole new level. We built a custom AI agent inside ChatGPT that's trained on each of our clients' voice, tone, offer, and even their content on social media. We load it with a transcript, the framework, and everything we can find that will help give that agent a good understanding of the brand. Then we let that system work like an assembly line. One agent writes the ad, another tightens the copy, while the third one handles compliance so nothing gets bad. That's how we produce hundreds of high-quality compliant ads in minutes and not weeks. And remember, generating leads is only the beginning. If you want to make real money, you need to warm up your leads really fast. Data shows that contacting your lead within the first 60 seconds can quadruple your revenue. But wait another 5 minutes, and your chances of reaching them drops by more than 80%. But yet, only 7% of companies respond that quickly. I learned this the hard way. We had a campaign that looked really perfect. We had a killer offer, dialed in ads, cheap leads. But when it came time to close, everything fell apart. Sales blamed marketing, marketing blamed sales. But the truth was simple. We weren't nurturing the leads. That mistake was on me. Which brings us to the next tool, Assistable. The moment someone opts into our landing page, Assistable jumps right into action. It calls the lead, qualifies them, schedules an appointment, and sends personalized texts and emails. Most leads, they don't even realize they are talking to AI. It feels human because it actually responds like one. And here's the important part. Every message is personalized based on the previous conversation the lead had with the AI. After implementing the system, our conversion jumped by over 30%. But here's another problem. When lead books a call, they don't always show up. And if you're a business owner, you really understand that show rate can make or break your entire sales system. So we tested something ridiculously simple. We discovered that a 10 to 20 second video from a closer sent within like an hour to the meeting with the lead significantly improved our show rate. And guess what? The video was nothing fancy. It was just a message that goes something like this. Hey, look, it's Dan. Excited for our call in about an hour. I'm prepping now and can't wait to meet you. I found out that tiny emotional message like this really helped move the needle. But there's a catch. Salespeople rarely do this consistently, which is why we use Be Human. The closer just needs to record a video just once, and Be Human personalize it for every lead, inserting their names and making it feel like it was recorded just for them. And it's not just for sales calls alone. If you need to send like a message through like a lead magnet or an ebook or welcome email or whatever, you can attach a personalized video to every single one of your lead without recording anything again. It's simple, it's scalable, and it feels authentic. And the most important element is this. It helps build trust fast. Because let's face it, how many businesses do you know that sends emails with a video that has the lead's name right in the video? And we found that just doing this, it has lifted conversions across every stage of the pipeline. And that sets the stage for the next critical step, a step where most businesses lose the deal entirely, the sales call. This is where all the ad spend, the nurturing, the SMS, the emails are either going to turn into revenue or it evaporates. A few months ago, I worked with a coaching company that looked incredible on paper. Leads were coming in, show rates were solid, but the close rates wouldn't budge. When we asked the founder when the last time he reviewed the sales call, and he admitted something I've heard a lot of time. We're taking so many calls, no one has the time to go back and listen to them. And that's exactly why we were stuck. You see, without a feedback loop, even the best closer is flying blind. This is why Fireflies changes everything. Fireflies records every sales call. It transcribes it and automatically turns the entire conversation into a clean, actionable summary. Within minutes, you can see which objection comes up the most, where the closer loses its momentum, which answers lands well, and where the prospect disconnects. In this client case, Firefly reviewed one objection appearing in almost every sales call, one that the team wasn't even aware of. We updated the sales script, reframed the response, and the close rate lifted within days. That's the advantage top closers have. They learn faster than everyone else. Fireflies gives them that advantage without adding any extra work. Better insights leads to better leads, and better leads leads to better conversations, and better conversations leads to deals closed. And once you start closing deals, the real test of any business begins right there. That's when trust is either cemented or it's shattered. Think about the last time you bought something expensive, a house, a car, or a piece of product. There's always that brief moment afterwards where you wonder, was I just sold or was this the right decision? The customer feels the exact same way. That's why your onboarding experience is far more important than most businesses realize. It's the first promise you have to fulfill. It's what tells your customers that they've made the right decision and they are in good hands. This is where Go High Level becomes really essential. The moment a customer enters into your world, GoLevel turns that experience into something structured, something smooth and reassuring. It sends the welcome email, the reminders, and a clear next step. It even organizes all your course materials inside a clean, intuitive membership hub. And with automated workflows, every part of your delivery feels intentional and not chaotic. Because here's what most businesses underestimate. People don't just buy your offer, they buy how they feel right afterwards. A McKinsey study found that a fast, reliable delivery is the strongest driver of repeat purchase. Customers are 2.5 times more likely to buy again if they receive value within the first day. This is the same psychology that makes Amazon Prime so addictive. You receive the package before you even have time to change your mind. Now that you have tools to generate leads profitably, to nurture them, to close deals, and to deliver an amazing customer experience, there's one final truth you need to understand. Many years ago, I ordered grocery online. The app told me that my order was packed, the driver was on the way, and everything would be at my doorstep in 20 minutes. But when the driver arrived, half my order was missing. And after getting on a call with them, it turns out that my order was missing not because the driver made a mistake. It was missing because of one tiny step in their system that failed. The order didn't sync between the store's inventory app and the delivery app. One small error ruined the whole experience. And standing there with half a bag of my grocery, I realized something. This is exactly how most businesses lose money without even noticing. A lead opts in, but the CRM never updates, so the email sequence never fires. A call gets scheduled, but the calendar doesn't pass that information along. A customer requests for a refund, but the notification never reaches the support team. That's why automation matters so much. And two of the biggest players in this space is Zapier and Anything. Zapier makes sure that there's a clean, simple, and reliable communication between all the tools in your business. It lets the business apps send information to each other automatically. And here's exactly what that might look like in a business. When someone fills out a form, Zapier makes sure that all of that information goes to exactly where it needs to go, which could be your CRM, could be Google Sheet, or whatever. When a payment is completed, Zapier triggers the next step, which is the email, the onboarding, and even updates the CRM. When a call is booked, Zapier updates your pipeline, notifies your team, and starts the follow-up sequence. Zapier makes sure that the basic steps in your business are always connected. And even when an error happens, Zapier sends a notification to your team so they can swoop in and fix it. Anything, on the other hand, this is deeper and far more flexible for complex workflow. It doesn't just connect steps. It lets your business think. It can watch what's happening across all your entire operations and make a decision. For example, Anything can ask Perplexity to find the latest news or trend in your industry. Then it passes that information over to ChatGPT to write the email and find a way to tie it back to your offer so that your sales pitch will be more solidified. And then it could send all that information to Beehive, which is a platform for sending email, filled with the subject line, the body copy, and even the visuals. All of this formatted and scheduled to go automatically every weekend at 8 a.m. No logins, no writing. You don't need to remember anything. And when you get this automation stack right, your entire business becomes faster, much smoother, and infinitely more scalable. And here's why that matters. When your system is set up the right way, every step in your business naturally supports the next one. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels disjointed. Everything just moves. Let's imagine this for a minute. Perplexity gives you raw data about your audience. It tells you what they're thinking about and what they're struggling with. ChatGPT takes all of that information, that's the insights, and turns them into ads that resonates with your audience. and by effect, making your lead costs significantly cheaper. Assistable reaches out to them immediately. It qualifies them and books them straight into the salespeople's calendar. Fireflies, on the other hand, that records the entire conversation. It breaks it down and shows your team what worked, what needs refinement. So call after call, the process becomes much smoother and sharper. And after a client buys, Go High Level takes care of them instantly. It delivers the welcome message and the instructions, which will include the access link and everything anyone needs to feel taken care of. And working quietly behind the scene is Zapier and Anything. They make sure that every step talks to the next, so nothing gets missed or stuck. And when all of this is in place, something interesting happens. Your business starts moving on its own. This cycle becomes a flywheel that keeps your business spinning forward with less effort and more consistency over time. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want to improve your close rate and bring in more revenue without adding any single pressure to your sales team, I have another video for you. It's going to show up on your screen right here. It's called Close More Deals. Click it. Inside, you will learn the small shifts and the simple adjustments that can make a big difference in your revenue. I'll see you there.